Hey, State Berg here for another gaming video. Today we're playing some more Disco Elysium. If you remember the last episode, we were on the bed. See you in the morning. Bye. And if you, we're gonna steal those boots. Oh, they're still out here? It's a little late for kids to be out.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I talked to Gurner. She said said not to listen to you.
Pig, do you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds? Kuno's cruising his bitch on the town, and the bitch comes back griefing to the Kuno. What is up with that?
Get the fuck out of here, fat ass! Those pants are too small for you.
Kuno doesn't...
Oh, I'm here for the
The
boots.
rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. Bits of cargo belt lie on the ground around him. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
Try to remove
Before
the
you can grab hold of the boot, you hear a voice coming out of the dead man's mouth. It's the voice of Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, telling you to stop whatever you're doing. You're sabotaging the crime scene, and yet you haven't even finished the field autopsy. Come back later when you're done with the investigation. Before you can grab hold of the boot, you're sabotaging the...
Ah, what? I was promised fucking military boots. It's gonna be tomorrow. Get stupid freaking... I did finish the field autopsy. What the fuck?
The fan stands still. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact. Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's almost pleasurable. The window stands broken. You see some lights shimmering outside. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight.
I
as
sleep
you
above
stretch
the
out
bed.
and finally close your eyes.
I sleep above the covers.
And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the
Its
pillow.
synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease.
Check the
It
volume.
barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your
This is
body
a not
now,
very comfortable bed.
intimate and warm, breathing.
This is not a very comfortable bed.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him?
Something
Oh.
to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No,
Your
we're fine.
breathing steadies. A great
Fall
silence
asleep
washes
now.
over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Oh, we're dreaming. Oh, it's Lovecraft. Oh, hey, a disco ball. Hey, it's me!
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are. You said
Do
who?
you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I left.
Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth.
Ah!
8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
Ah. I'll try. Can I come back for this?
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
My mind is tried and broken.
Your mind is what now? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad.
this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Ah. God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
When did Leahy get here? The shit wins? Yeah, get up, Harry.
Good going, buddy.
My God, what the hell is that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
No, that's not it. I feel super good.
That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Wait, what is this?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? It's power, man. It's professionalism.
Yes!
It
Speed
makes
addict!
you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
Okay.
Of course, Martinez is speed central. You just gotta poke around, follow your nose. You and Speed will be happy again. You will make her come home. This time, it will be different.
I'll locate door 28 in the apartment building. Yes. Let's see about
The door is closed. Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good, normal thing to do. Not to mention, great exercise.
yeah. Wait, where did the lieutenant come from? Oh, he's downstairs. Good morning.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
What do you mean,
I
Rowdy?
mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Are these the men the Gator told me
I completely
yesterday?
forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
There's so many of them. Maybe we should call
That would
reinforcements.
just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably.
Why do we
Everything
need to talk
points
to
to the Dock Workers Union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Hello.
Just a moment. And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, madam. Is everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone
The
line?
manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why do you need these
To
phone?
let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
You have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband is on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
The water lock on the other side of the coast is broken. They probably just stuck over
Oh
there.
my. What happened to the water lock?
It was blocked. I wouldn't know. It was blocked by a. It was blocked by a billboard, a big butter billboard. It fell right into the water.
Oh, sweetie. If it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Okay.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired, and it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. If I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
That's all for now. You know where I can find
Can I
some.
help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Talk to the
The
foreigner
man
again.
ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. You see a heavy steel door with the door does not. The kobold, it leads to a side build.
Yeah, we've already done that. Oh, hello.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I knew you weren't a gardener.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dockworkers Union.
I mean, no trouble. I'm just here to do my job, that's all.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him. That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
Wait, are you Lizzie? Elizabeth? Miss Buford?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands.
Easy,
In her face.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes you a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men. What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What are you gonna do to me?
What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the
Rednecks!
RCM who
Oh,
do
rednecks,
things to
my
people.
people!
But we digress.
Yeah, that's Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and fun, and maybe you should just not have historical individuals. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike your socialism. You're socialists.
Get sober. Do your job. Ask your questions and get the hell out of Martinez.
No. You people don't belong in Revachol. I'm talking about socialists now, by the way. And you people are rednecks. You should be better than this.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
First we need to we need to talk about the man hanged up back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I just want his boots, man.
Me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations. Hard to say what else. The ink is fading. And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery
It's
eyes,
the Rat Man!
2 front teeth missing.
You're supposed to be in GTA 4.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy.
Oh,
Boot
fat guy.
size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor. and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing. The old cell.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
I found 8 seats of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Hey, if you get away from your socialist
Actually,
ways.
boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Ah!
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
I was right! Female! Female footprints!
Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this.
I called it.
This is a
I
private
called it
Hardy
when we
Boys
were
matter.
freaking looking at the footprints.
Nothing to do
I
with
said
your shit.
female.
End. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
I'm gonna take off now.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Aw, that's mean.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead.
That's it.
That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
Oh, that's it. Game over. We got the perpetrator.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
You murdered him just like that. No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Well, what we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Who called the shoots at night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
I don't have to. One of them is more complicated
That's
than
for the
others.
courts in Les Jardins to decide. Not for the officer making an arrest. Which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
Well, that's not how I...
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
Where did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long have you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
His name is Titus!
Your interview is drawing to an end.
You should be going
Don't
around
waste your
killing
last
Tyr.
questions.
How did you... Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary, that was it?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you know he's in Special
'Cause
Forces?
one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNE's goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNE's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong? Okay, besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Right, but who did he rape then? Oh, grape. Shit.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological site. watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer.
You confessed to a murder. I'm taking you in.
Look, coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast, not an echo. No one screams. It's more dead cops, sad.
Let's load this autosave.
Yes?
Oh, is the autosave right here?
The bed is cold. The sheets feel at once
I
coarse
really need to save more.
your skin.
I should probably.
And then sleep doesn't. And then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's synthetic smells of alcohol. It barely covers your toes. Stretching over is a little better. Colors,
Who killed him?
something to do with. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you.
Why didn't it autosave after the day started, though? It's bullshit, man.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? You're not ki- Do you remember your wife's hand on your...
You said
Do
who?
you remember the warmth? You know what? Reality will turn into a...
I left.
Tell me.
I could get it all back.
You failed at least
What is it?
every... You really dropped the ball, Harry.
I've talked to you before.
You'll be back, stinky boy.
I can't do it.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing.
My mind's
You're-
broken.
So something is wrong.
God, there's an
Oh,
R-type.
yeah. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
I gotta go and accept the quests again, man. Damn it, I hate when this happens.
Good going, buddy.
Oh, that was...
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired?
What?
It's just that you're too weak to say no now. Wait, Speed, it's power. Of course, you and Speed.
I should probably have fucking saved.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at everything, which may of... I mean, men who drink beer for breakfast? I completely forgot. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem. That would just... In fact...
He's not exaggerating.
One more thing before...
Yeah, but...
There ain't no hurry.
Just a moment. And
The closest...
it's fine. Please, the union office, the man.
Why would he...
To let the... I was also hoping... That's just...
Cold?
You have more important things to worry. Just some... But...
The water lock. That was broken.
Oh, my. Oh,
You're welcome.
I hate to ask.
Yes.
And if you see him, let it... Oh, you're such a dear.
Can I help you? Got the 20. Good. You got...
How could a...
Not taking any goddamn chances.
The man ponders his cooking utensils. He looks up at you, shrugging isn't.
Let me handle.
You seem a little...
You are far from home. That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counsel.
Not.
You are that's...
It doesn't matter.
She said, could this be the Miss Buford? That easy.
I said...
Even though she has excellent control over...
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. What you want is of no significance. What are we going to... The union isn't going... If anything, it is the RC. Like I already told you. Aggressive.
Just duckwork.
Listen.
Fuck you.
So ask what you came to ask. Or get back to your commanders. Get sober.
Let's get quickly freaking rush through it because quick save again.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Oh.
You should.
Oh, he was a real...
I can't...
You might want to...
Do a head count first. Start sitting across. He spent and then in the far on his... Let's call the size in the... In conclusion, exact.
The fuck is with you, fella? What do you... Or what?
Actually, boy...
She...
Shut up!
So let...
That's right. You're not...
Good.
There's no point in pushing it further, you think.
The Brit...
Funny. But my...
Container bit... Because...
As he's...
We did this. To...
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened.
How many people have you sent?
Shares
Or send them to Reunion to rot.
the River Esperance Correctional Facility.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we...
Are you there? Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could...
Who do you fucking think does?
That's right, asshole.
No. You did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms. You don't have...
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
Known...
Yeah.
Quiet. No. Why don't you ask?
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
Why? I am.
What kind?
The kind that shows...
Alive?
I can't prove it. But...
Cause one night...
Really?
Yeah.
We couldn't...
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong? To kill us?
Yeah.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. Show me your con... What?
Aren't you
Yeah. Me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
No.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hang...
Didn't they...
The autopsy showed there were no ligature
Oh, we hanged him.
His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
We...
Oh, this is new territory.
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Yeah. I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
This is that. You know,
My fucking elbow, Copper.
Samuran boxing, or Sambo,
Oh,
is an
Samuran
eloquently
boxing style.
violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating
I
from
gotta
the
stop
samurai
flicking
Isola.
compulsive.
Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool.
Where all the sacrament take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Hey, I have other questions about the
Like what, copper?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even
We're
if
on
it
the
is
side
a
of
group
Leandros, aren't we?
responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
You want? I'm gonna save and then I'm gonna try it. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I gotta put the shirt back on because
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
I'm the only thing keeping this
And
up.
what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us. Going around, harassing kids on the street. Kids who've done nothing wrong. All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, fascia. People here trust us. We're getting complaints.
Fascia. That's short for fascist.
I don't even have a gun.
What are you talking about? Guns are the only thing you have. Waving them around old ladies' faces. Trying to gun down kids.
Collie said they've been trying to set up a mass execution. Bulk purchasing guns, ammunition too.
I can believe that. Carly works in a gun shop, you see.
There's no mass execution, officer. Just ask questions and don't get sidetracked.
Please don't set up a mass execution. You'll never be able to pull it off. The logistics alone are insane. Just ask questions. Be a normal cop.
I'm gonna put my old shirt back on. I need to get my hands on some drugs. Oh, wait. What about this guy? Seems to be awake now. It's all about money, you know? I'm a revachol nationalist. Oh! I need to talk to you, man.
Hello, compatriot. You have something to discuss? Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God man, Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
You're a lawyer, right? What's your stance on drugs?
They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Hold on, they make alcohol in Mode 2. I was told they do.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes, I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Marinese.
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Why are you hanging here, Mo?
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
If it's not you,
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who is that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Where do I find
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
I guess we need to play version.
Guess so.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Who are you hauling anyways?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Wicked, I always want a friend in the underworld.
No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Oh!
They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
Can I get one of those failing tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear.
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
That's a failing I6 you got there.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Never. They would never illegalize sport. Sport is the most wholesome thing known to man.
Right.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
I need to get high and I'm looking for a dealer.
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
What? No, of course not.
Then what's your deal here?
Let me straight. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal
We
B.
have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This
Wait,
jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait, then why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking. Working on these rhymes clearly leads to muscular atrophy. Make sure you don't get hooked on poetry.
You think you could...
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Do I got anything that can up my cons?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What?
That's cool.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
A mirror temporal zone is that's a vein.
Whoa. What else?
Silence.
Silent communion. That's good.
Good for the place on the shift night and it's not your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I really don't know.
No matter. Great verses like that sometimes. Ephemeral. You might not look it. Seems you have some literary chops. Maybe there's hope for me yet. Just messing with you. It's cool. You're an okay guy. For a cop.
For a cop?
They're more often into fists than rhymes, see? Let alone honesty in verse.
I do what I can. I do what little I can to do right by people.
Well, you've given me some hope, I guess.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Ha! No. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the pals and all.
There's no denying it. The man taps his
Maybe there's a clothing store I can get freaking... Yeah, there should be a harbor nearby, right? I need to get myself some speed. Ooh.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. This jacket is the apex of human evolution, the moment at which man became weatherproof. Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you, possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple.
So Fawn
a futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway. A jet black upper and a silver-lined midsole.
This universe is Adidas.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super
I must get 50 real.
Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness. There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a...
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for $2.50.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right. I'm too sensible.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. a UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer.
It's funny how I put on a different shirt, a different overcoat, and then some. Ah, you see a pair of his face.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage.
I want to get tracked. I want to try to figure out
When
what.
he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city.
Everything is cool.
Tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can
But
clattering
this one may
across the
go
street
around
can
YouTube
be
better
heard.
than the Skowball one.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes. You got style. You got personal style.
Yeah.
You
forget
know
it.
what you like.
Oh yeah, I'm cool.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Oh. If anything gives up.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful engineer. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCM.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
10
Sounds
real.
like a fair deal all around.
Corruption.
So listen.
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
Very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a loyal man, driver who's transferring drugs up the harbor. He said he or she in the traffic jam?
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
You're a wireman and I'm a driver.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
What do you know about the drugs in the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd. There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd, whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
Who are you afraid of?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
If you don't want to get in this mess for everyone, then you have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
It's the lady driver, the old woman back there, points of his.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
He's not ruling her out.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it. Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samoan Isola.
You're from there, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when
Apricot.
the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Don't fret, let him in.
That's right, officer. But it's a bad scene for business there. Too many regulations. Extremely bad for an independent local entrepreneur. Hey, why not support this local entrepreneur? You can start by buying a pair of sexy pants or cool sunglasses. Maybe some macaroni?
Now, where's this lorry driver I pointed at? Some old woman?
old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea.
What did the king
looks
do?
as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire...
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
A fellow connoisseur of stimulants, I see. I may not do
just
the hard
any
shit.
Nose candy, though. We're talking
But I drink
Royal
caffeine,
Philippian blow,
which
allegedly twice as potent
morally
as the stuff you find nowadays.
is better.
And purple.
Chemically,
Philippian cocaine was purple.
relatively the same thing. Fill me. If you drink enough caffeine, you're gonna have the same fucking effects. The sweating, the... I drink a lot of caffeine. Okay, what is nose candy?
Cocaine.
That's a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant. So funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either. Wow, you work hard.
I do.
Oh, yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
Guess I do, yeah.
Oh yeah, like a horse, a workhorse, for hard work.
What hard work?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Fuck, I fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
I can't say I didn't make that sling guy.
Can't say that. You shook him. You're a killer. A shark.
I got a giant... I'm sure I got a giant novelty check from Everett.
Wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from Everard. Took some ingenuity to get into the harbor, but you got in, and you took that bribe as hard as any cop's taken it.
Oh, and then it was the pawn off the opposite from the wrong guy.
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style.
I guess I made some gills for sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die.
Ride or
now,
die.
Ask yourself, are you rich? Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Because that Garrett guy's riding my ass.
The Gart man has set himself up one of those self-replicating money structures. You should learn from it. Don't play the victim. Think hustler. Think with your head.
Fucking taxes,
That's
man.
right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gossamer state that is revachol?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gossamer state's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
Fuck, no fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now.
Here you go, hustler.
Libertarian!
Just fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
That old lady. Ooh.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
I was hoping you could tell me that. Are you alright, man? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
What's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Where else
Back
would you
in
be at?
Mefka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero. Until you came along, that is.
Who's Gabriel?
This is Gabriel Buendero.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
So I take it you were in Mosquito when you were young?
Someone was.
Someone. So these are not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
Alright, I have some other questions. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds,
of
really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
You don't even know what you're hauling?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
You wait, you get high off driving lorries?
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
Well,
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in?
No.
Be my guest. Lock me away.
I'm a free market.
Bad hand. Hermenegildos' bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Alright, you are the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Harife?
I was told of a woman driving, you're the only one.
I'm not that either, Harife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone's terrified
I'm
of?
only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Why are you scary to the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
You said long haul, that's...
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there, it's all just... In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates.
That gyro's come back with a vengeance.
Is an aging woman. In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air. You don't hear any vocals.
Then who was the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
That's all I need to know.
Go sim. What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
Where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
Where is it?
you're man, Lowman. What of it?
Look, I'm trying. We'll put it this way: are you smuggling drugs through the Terminal B, Terminal V?
Maybe, probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier that you don't know what cargo you're hauling. It could be drugs.
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, and the U-41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Loman?
Drugs?
No, Loman, diamonds.
Damn this. Make her answer.
I didn't ask about diamonds. I don't care about that.
Diamonds are good for you, Loman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
If you had to guess, why do you think it's smuggling? Who's smuggling?
Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Are you making fun of me right now?
I would never make fun of a real lawman, Sheriff.
Man, you're not responsible for what the client puts in your lorry, as long as the seals are not opened. We officers know that.
Lay off her.
Okay, well,
where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back very well to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesque.
A lorry stuck in the... A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears. Bulky frame, heavy, hardy, looks like a tractor.
Hold up, is this a tractor?
Yes, built like a tractor, and used like one too in the Zhemsk countryside. Take note of the 8-antler emblem, the symbol of the Stars Ryko, proudly born to honor its humble roots.
Hey Kim, check this out.
A Stash Ryko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on, maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhemsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the Stars Ryko.
Let me guess what happened last time, Kim. Blue and white are the colors of Zephyrs. Someone painted it, got a Zephyr's mad, and boom, murder happened.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhims community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction, 4,395, the fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
I hate to correct you, Kim, but only 4,395 people are on that protest.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word.
Who are the Zephyrs?
People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that.
Who'd they
4
sentence to
years
kill
for
us?
murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Kim, however, could our hangman have been driving this car?
Could it be another Stajraiko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related.
Interesting. Before we proceed, I got an opinion on this paint job.
Yes, detective?
They should have left
You
it
sure
paved
you're
blue.
not James?
Yes, you're sure you're not. Or if you are, it's only in that revacholian way. 4 to 5% maximum. A lorry stuck in the traffic. The windows are clear. They...
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Let's
We
actually
were
go.
promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Are you unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. But try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Have you ever considered storming in, like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Complete
It's
shit.
but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right, you talk to the boss eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
A man with such
I
a
don't know
mug.
about that.
A man with such a
Anyway,
funny
like I
mug
said
collection
before,
can't be
boss
that
man said
bad.
that Weasel's not a friendly boy. So, thanks for helping out.
Actually, do you know anything
Los
about the harbor?
Arby's? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility.
The rednecks.
They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Why are you
We're
striking?
negotiating our share. Aye.
Well, how large of a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
Are you a communist?
I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Right on,
Just
brother.
the way the world works, boyadero.
The boss
I
man.
think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've made it. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
His death seemed pretty lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
You seem like you spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
It's not disco.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide, yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be, an endless torrent of time. Hey, psst.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Get the fuck out of here. No. Fuck. I'm not gonna build communism. I'm here to tear the socialists down, not build them up. I'm a free market nationalist. Yeah, it don't make any damn sense. What do you expect?
You're back before the cargo container. It's drawn. You're back before the cargo container. And as it's...
Let's go see Everett about that gun. Oh, oh!
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Okay, I'm off. I like that Leo guy, though. Hey, guess who's back?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. Yes, yes. What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. Is it the words paranoid schizophrenic and lost gun in one sentence? Don't worry, it's just a lead. It'll probably turn out to be nothing. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy. It's perfectly okay.
Yeah,
Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
What happened to the previous
What do
negotiator?
you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made connections for a company in previous negotiations. Why would you let him go? Yeah.
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Joseph said that the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention anything about casserole.
Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Everett, Joyce seems to think the union's lowballing her.
Yes. Lowballing, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun.
I already
Tell
have.
her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
I told the union was involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
No, I'm
You've
not.
hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I
I
know
just
you'll
want
never
to
talk to me about
speak.
this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken.
Oh,
Do we have anything else to do here?
Oh, God, those were... Oh, God, that makes me feel dirty.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much. Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. Let's hear it, Harry. Of course, Harry. I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
Yes. I did go inside. He had a glorious flag of raisins on his
The
wall.
Weasel is no true patriot, Harry. He prays every night for the downfall of the Union and spits upon the name of the King. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
There's a collection of coal.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
But this weasel may have cleaned up after the
Believe
kills.
me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are neat freaks. If you don't mind me saying so, I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
That's not how you baton someone. The technique is way off. You strike with your whole body, not just the baton.
No, you have to put your whole weight into it to want to do some real damage.
Oh, Harry, thanks for the tip. I'll leave doing the real damage to you. You are the real police officer after all, not me.
I've heard some connections between the lynchings and the strikes. I'd like to hear what you know about
By
that.
now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
Blah 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 blah.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
And you're fat.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send
Communism.
killers to mow us down with machine gun fire? I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages,
Sounds like
killing little
communist
children
fucking-
for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Sounds like communist
Everything
lies.
they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Oh, this village. You have a village elephant.
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
I think I've heard enough.
No, you haven't, Harry. I haven't told you anything about the crime yet. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
Not yet.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does.
It's
Push us
communist
hard enough
lies.
And we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping
How
company?
do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E...
You're
went on a
talking to the
little strike.
wrong dude.
The company sent in
I waved the yellow
a
and
security
black.
contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
I wear the yellow and black.
These guys
I
turn
waved
up
the
and
yellow
start
and black
beating
flag.
people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
That does sound quite unlikely, yes. The big guy leading the scabs at the gate is colossal.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about the crew.
Oh, they are simply
Titus.
fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and
No, they
Revachol in
don't.
mind.
They're socialist Democrats. They're not
Work
gonna
with
have
them.
fucking.
Hell, interview them, but don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Separate one from the herd.
Which one? Hey, let me ask you. Which one of the Hardy Boys is your least
Oh,
favorite?
that would definitely be Fat Angus. His feet smell from a city block away, and he's always having noisy stomach troubles. Horrible, revolting guy.
So let's say something were to happen to Fat Angus. Let's say a civilian's arrest.
You would die, Harry. You would die, and in the process start a bloody and completely unnecessary war between the Debarders Union and the Citizens Militia. Angus, his ever-growling stomach, and his smelly feet are all part of the Union. You have as much right to arrest him as I have to arrest your partner here. Actually, less, because this is my hometown, my territory, and my backyard. You are a guest here, Harry. Please remember that. Oh, Harry. This is getting real grim, and there's no need for that. We are friends.
Everett, I've met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after
Friend.
we've concluded this talk. Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving this to
I'm
me?
not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Take it.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions? Was it a good tour? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left.
I will never be a man of the
but I
left.
just can't.
A man of the left? So you have to be a social democrat?
I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of revachol.
Just between us, I don't care for those lefty dinks either. It's all about power, and here's how we're gonna get it. I need you to be my kingsman, Harry.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you.
For the gun.
You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Okay, what do you think?
Depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can.
What are these
deliberately
signatures?
omitting things.
What are these signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Roller skating, not drugs, Harry. You like this.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry. On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place.
I'm gonna help the White
I
Pines
trust your detective skills,
even
Harry.
more.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
What happened to the current
They are
office?
just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth center, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure that they won't end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth center there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbor.
Fine, I'll, if it happens to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a real kingsman and a patriot.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period.
Find a
and the
loophole in
zoning
the
plan
deal.
In the addendum. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest here. No fine print. You're smart. You can read. The face of King Fleecell. You take the legal documents.
Oh, me. Should have smoked a cigarette. Oh. Oh, speaking of cigarette. You know, I also got this.
Whoa. In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens, rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power.
Looks like a little pluck of rock.
What a funny little cat. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom.
Open the cap.
The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up. Like an oyster. Come on, slurp it.
Slurp it aggressively.
You suck a manly dose of the extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. There, it seeps into your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost all gone.
Tastes like a kiss.
It tastes like many things, all melting into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world slowly exists, as it did before. Only now, gentle flames lick at its edges, as though it were a photo burning.
Really?
No, of course not really. It's just a metaphor. The effect of that otherworldly drop of liquid is slower, more subtle than that of real flames, yet just as warm. This warmth, it makes you want to share your discovery with Kim.
Kim, I just did a drop of that anti-radiation drug. It's great.
I'm happy for you.
His glasses turn golden as the fire reflects off the lenses. You feel this man is your brother. Just don't mix it with anything, he thinks, looking you over. Thankfully, his sense of balance seems okay. Whatever, I'm not getting involved. Wow, Kim's badass. Or he's had a druggy partner. Whoa, that's probably it. He's seen it before. Look at all these guys go off like fireworks as information pours into you about the lieutenant's simple remark. I'm happy for you. This stuff is great. Already you can tell you're going to be slurping a lot more Pyrrolidon. This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden in all human beings.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a Pyrrolidon button. It gives +1 to psyche skills. Empathy, suggestion, authority, inland empire, esprit de corps, and volition. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your health.
Let's go back to the Hardy Boys. Actually, let's go see that fucking...
file cabinet stand the drawer. So
your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degraded.
But you're all part of the
The
union.
Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the similes. Now leave me be. I
really want what's in that crate.
the tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money...
Ah, yeah, this is just nothing like...
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They...
Okay, here. I hope Saint...
A colorful
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
go back to the field autopsy then. Oh, actually, you know what? I got higher empathy and all that. And maybe we talk to Kuno and get that freaking.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Yeah.
The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister.
Hey Kuno,
Don't come and
got.
talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Hey Kuno, got any speed?
Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin.
Can I have some, just a little?
Fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your sad speed habit. You don't know Kuno.
He's not worried about prison. He just wants to antagonize you. Belying the act, he's actually telling the truth. Or at least 0.00001% of it. He has a little speed. He's just not giving it to you. He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow. You need to befriend him first.
Kuno.
Okay, so I gotta look into empathy.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. Bits of cargo belt lie on the ground around him. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
I thought we decided...
Okay, so you can sneak out. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses.
I thought we decided...
Okay, so you can sneak...
Alright. Bite marks. A dark red abrade. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. What was that about no clawing around the neck? You'd be clawing for your life.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg. For processing.
I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something. You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. The genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You see the penis of a dead man.
There is no need. We have been thorough with the genitals. Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Yeah, there's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge of the
It would
body?
have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Or remember the buttons on that intercom over there, on the side of the building next to the Whirling? One was for Revachol Ice City. Perhaps it's a clue.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Soon, you'll be looking for clues in a pile of sludge and bones.
Maybe we can find some speed into it. Let's try the buttons.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Who's this? A good one?
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Shouldn't a working class woman be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Phenomenal. I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Do you need help with it, please?
Help her by carrying things? Maybe she needs a weightlifter. Maybe she needs you to fight her husband. No, that's not it.
My husband? No, he's not. You're welcome.
Maybe your children are
No,
missing.
absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny?
Nanny, where?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
They're home right now. Smoking cigarettes?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
What is this doubt you have then? Something has happened here.
Maybe your cockatoo
I
is
don't
missing.
mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
I was asking about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
Alright, cockatoo.
Great.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
So that's exactly what I'm going to do for this.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. An array of neurons fire up with joy. Bum her a cigarette, lest it turn to pain.
You smoke?
No, I don't.
I know for a fact you smoke.
Why do you think that I smoke?
I suspect that I may possess multiple supernatural abilities.
No, you don't.
Just give me a cigarette,
I
please.
already told you, I don't have any. Go bother someone else.
She's lying. She's goddamn lying. She has smokes.
Just give me a cigarette.
Sorry, officer.
She's lying. Lying, lying.
I know you're lying. Give me some cigarettes.
No, I'm not lying. Why should I lie? Please go to the Frita kiosk.
She sighs. The woman before you nods.
Hello.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
Sometimes it's necessary to resort to superior
I
measures.
suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
What are you talking about? It's just a door.
Just a door? This place is cursed, detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
Host Almighty, she prays, guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the door. Blessed be your name.
Curse, but curses aren't real, man.
Of course you would think that. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do. But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
The entity? No, I don't think so.
Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her.
The chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course. It all makes sense now.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
I'm looking for a book about cockatoos.
There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
That's all it says. How much is it?
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich,
Oh,
a guide to a
2 hours,
well-behaved
God.
cockatoo.
Flip for the pages.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
What about this guy? What about this guide to cockatoos, shopkeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. It's quite a challenge, but eventually, the guide to the cockatoos is yours. Splendid effort.
I'll see how many other kind of books I can steal.
This bookstore is not strictly
I can't have you end up like...
amidst the point of the book, and many others on this shelf, various paranatural books still. Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are. Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the crime fiction. These books further what's not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. You see, a killing is declared. The owner, shelves filled to the brim with the display. This is entirely, completely you.
It is a bestseller for a reason.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found in the Seminole Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, what more?
This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
What problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
I could handle that. Be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Right, that's pretty bad.
It is
Anything else?
not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own. Indirect modes of taxation. Turns out, those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look, the hearts and minds of everyday revacholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Okay, so I'm just gonna save it here. Friggin'. Actually, before I, you know.
Yes?
I'll talk to him because it's auto saves. Okay, so yeah, it's been enough time recording. So stay perk signing out. See you all next one. Goodbye. Hope you guys having a good one wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Our episode of Disco Elysium. I gotta start saving more often when I play this game. Because I forget I can accidentally just wander into death by just choosing the wrong choices. So, yeah. Stay perk signing out. See you all next one. Goodbye. Peace. Hope you guys having a good one. see y'all in Stalker, where we will be helping. Actually, no, we're gonna do some artifact hunting in the next Stalker video. We gotta go see duty. We're gonna go in that duty checkpoint, get the stuff, sell them, do some artifact hunting, try to find the graviton and the fucking gravel and all that stuff for the freaking for those guys in the science lab. Then we're gonna go help getting the newly freedom Strider's faction, Strider squad. And then he's gonna help us get the Zulu, the armor and shit. Hopefully we find our way to Cordon and we can see about Strodanovich bunker. Sidzovich's bunker. I keep calling him Sidzovich, not Strodanovich, but I always thought it was Strodanovich. But stay perk signing out. See y'all next one. Goodbye. I'm making this outro too long. Peace.